Debbie Marcoux is licensed by the Department of Financial Institutions and MLS ID 237926. Also licensed in Arizona 0941504, Florida LO 76508, Georgia 69178, Idaho, Nevada 57237, Oregon, Tennessee 184373, Texas, Washington MLO 237926.
She's a mortgage mom. She can get things done when you're in need and don't know where to go. Pick up the phone and call Mom.
All right, well, welcome to Mortgage Mom Radio. I am Debbie Marcoux, and today I have Heather Kilpatrick Barkley. Heather Barkley Kilpatrick. I always do it backwards. I don't know why. Heather Barkley Kilpatrick from my team is on with us today. Today we're going to be talking all about VA. We have not talked about VA loans in quite some time, and we just want to make sure that we do touch base on that again for the first time, I think, probably this year that we've actually talked about VA. So
yeah, I went back and I looked, and I think it was about this time last year that we were talking about it. So I love the topic because I love our veterans. So
yes, I do. I do too. And this whole week, so today and our show on Wednesday are going to be all about zero down. So obviously a vet can get into a home with no down payment. We're going to talk on Wednesday about USDA. There's a lot of people that are moving out of the city, and believe it or not, the city is not as close to you as you think. You can actually get into some USDA loans closer to home than what you would realize, but those are also zero down. So for our weekend show, for radio, for Saturday and for Sunday, this show is going to be all around zero down. So whether you're a vet or if you are not, a USDA loan where you could still get in with zero down. So that's going to be very exciting. On Wednesday, we actually have a gentleman from USDA that's going to be on the show to talk about it. If you guys are listening by radio on Saturday or Sunday, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, because after the VA segment with Heather, then we'll be jumping into the USDA segment to talk all about those loans as well. So again, welcome to Mortgage Mom Radio. I'm Debbie Marcoux, and we've got Heather Barkley Kilpatrick. I did it right this way. Yep. And today we're talking all about zero down home loans. Now, one thing I do want to tell you guys is we are live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook every Monday and Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. If you guys are looking at me right now today, you can tell that I did not get myself all dolled up. This is the face of a mom with a sick kid.
I got the call and Debbie's like, Heather, he's sick. We're running a fever. We got this.
We've got this. So I decided
we're moms will scramble. We got it.
Exactly. I decided instead of being the mom, the sound behind, and you can't see me, you'd probably rather see me if you're watching us, via video. It's probably nicer to see the person talking than to just hear a voice behind. So everybody bear with me, but this is the mom look right here. It's going on today. Hopefully I'm really, really praying that because he's home and sick and in my bed all night long and showering with me to get the fumes from, the Vicks vapor tablets, that I'm not going to be feeling exactly the way that he does come Wednesday. So we'll see how that goes. But that's okay. Heidi jumped on. She says, you both look great. I think Heather looks amazing today.
Thanks, Heidi.
I think you're looking beautiful. And I do want to remind everybody, it's an interactive show. If you guys have any questions, put them into the feed, ask them, tell us what you guys are thinking. Let us answer those questions for you. So with no further ado, we want to get into VA. We haven't talked about this in a long time. And vets, you guys are very important. You deserve this. You deserve this program. The VA home loan program is nothing short of spectacular. It truly is. And so for all of you out there, I want to make sure you guys are listening. You understand what your benefits are, what you can do, with purchasing a home and even refinancing. So let's take a super duper quick 10-second break to grab a quick drink of water. And when we get back, I'm going to let Heather start into some of her favorite pieces, and then I'm going to tag along on top. But I'm going to take the back seat today since I'm the tired mom with the sick kid at home. Anyway, we'll take this quick break. We'll be right back. All right. Well, welcome back to Mortgage Mom Radio. Again, I'm Debbie Marcoux. I am the Mortgage Mom, and I've got Heather Barkley Kilpatrick on, and we are going to be talking all about VA home loans. Cindy did jump in. She says, love to help our veterans. Yes, for sure, Cindy. That is accurate. That is correct. So that's why we are doing this show today. We're going to be talking about zero down for vets, and let's get started. So now that I just blew your favorite part of the whole piece of the program.
Is my favorite. You know, that is my favorite thing about VA. I got to say is it's an amazing program. And I know a lot of the veterans know that it's available to them, but I think sometimes they think, is it available to me? Is it not available? And it's available if you're active or if you're retired. You know, most retirees, I'll say, there are some that are not, and even some spouses are eligible, which I think is amazing because as a spouse, you may not know it might be eligible to you. And the best thing for me about the VA is, of course, Debbie just said, it's a zero down program. And I love that, especially nowadays with prices a little bit higher. Maybe you didn't save that money that you needed to get into the home because you've been serving our country overseas, right? And you come back and you can actually get into a home with a zero down payment, which I think is great. That is my most favorite thing about it. But also, you know, you can also get in with no closing costs, you know, if you're lucky and you kind of structure it right. And so really as a veteran, you can get into a home loan with no down payment and no closing costs and own a home. And instead of paying somebody else rent, you're now owning your own home and getting your piece, you know, of that American dream and that equity, which I think is amazing because that's what you're out there fighting and, you know, serving for. So I think that's really great.
I do too. I think it's awesome. Carrie did jump in. She says, hi, ladies. Y'all look great. Poor sick little man and poor mommy. It's the worst when the kids are sick. It certainly is, but it's even worse when you're sick trying to take care of one that's sick. So I'm going to take this right now as a win. We'll see how I'm feeling on Wednesday. But I will fight through if necessary because we're not going to let you guys down. We're doing that show. I am so excited about the USDA program for anybody that is not a vet, right? And still a zero down loan and learning where the USDA is available to you at and realizing that it's a lot closer to home than what you might think. You don't necessarily have to go an hour away, you know, into the middle of nowhere to be able to get that USDA program. So again, if you guys are listening on Saturday or Sunday by radio, don't go anywhere. Don't flip the dial because we're talking about VA loans and you're not a vet. Realize that we're going to be talking zero down on USDA here very shortly because we take our Monday show and our Wednesday show and we put them together into one for that hour on radio on Saturday and Sunday. So don't go anywhere. This is a great place too to remind you that you guys can get an appointment with the team. You can call, you can get your free phone consultation. You can talk to us, vets or not. We want to talk to everybody, purchase or refinance, and we want to help you guys. So you've got to get on the books. You have to talk to us. Monday through Friday, you can get a direct transfer to somebody immediately between 9 and 5. Saturday and Sunday, just make sure that you make an appointment for Saturday or Sunday. So you could literally call right now, make an appointment, and you will get a call back same day. So make sure you guys do that. Heather, without being here in the studio, since I banned you because I don't want you to get the Zeke germs. And that is why I
appreciate it. You keep that stuff to yourself.
Right. We are via Zoom. I didn't want you in the studio next to me. I didn't want the chance that I was going to pass that along to you. So not being here in the studio, do you think you can give the number? Do you know it?
Yeah. Call us at 844-935-3634. That's 844-WE-LEND and the number 4.
Yeah. So WELEND and the number 4. Wow. 4. You did good. You didn't even have to read it off the big sign. We have a big, huge sign to make sure that, you know, because you're like in the middle of the spotlights are on you and you're thinking about your topic. And then all of a sudden I ask you, what's the phone number? And you go blank. Your head completely goes blank. And how do you not know our phone number? Right. So anyway, I just wanted to see if I could catch you off guard. Look at you. Heidi jumps in. She says she is so good. It's true. You literally go blank on things that you know the answers to. It's
like when you're somewhere and they say, well, what's your address? And you're like, oh, yeah, I don't know. Let me look at my driver's license because I don't know.
Exactly.
They put you on the spot and you have no idea, but you rattle it off so many times a day. You would think it's automatic, but it's not.
Exactly. So I want to remind everybody, guys, call that number. Make sure you guys get yourself an appointment. Talk to one of us. Get transferred. Get yourself an appointment for Saturday or Sunday. We will call you back. So that is the number. Heather, do it one more time.
844-935-3634. That's 844-WELEND and the number 4. We lend for you.
That
But
is
you
awesome.
need you.
Yes, we lend for you. So I want to also make sure that everybody knows, and you guys will probably hear the commercials throughout the show, throughout the program, but we are right now offering 2 promos. We have one that is for refinances, where we are giving you a $500 credit off of your closing costs. You can also take that $500 if you'd like, and you can apply it towards buying down your interest rate. So that is one program that we are offering. So again, a reason to call us right now for your consultation. Trust me, we don't bite. We aren't going to hassle you. We're going to talk to you about what you have going on, give you, the steps to move forward, talk to you about interest rates. We're going to do the blended rate calculators. We're going to talk to you about, everything. And then it's going to be ultimately up to you if you feel like moving forward with a loan application is right for you and your family. So that is one super awesome program that we have out right now. Yep. And then the other is for purchases. Right now is the buying season. We are getting into spring. Come summer, it's going to be absolutely crazy. There's very little inventory right now. So we're trying to do anything that we can do to help you guys secure a property and get your offer accepted. One of the things that we're doing, if you call us right now to get your pre-approval started, is we are also going to, if you close on your loan before August 31st, 2022, we are going to be paying for your appraisal. So that is going to be a savings to you. It is very difficult, especially vets and USDA, when you're trying to get in the door with 0 down. This is very helpful for you that we would be covering the cost of the appraisal, just one more piece of trying to get those closing costs lowered or reduced. So for you buyers out there, give us a call, get that pre-approval started. We're going to cover the appraisal as long as you close on a home between now and the end of August. And for refinances, you guys are going to save $500 off your closing costs. Again, if you get your application started and you get your loan closed before the end of August. So 2 things I wanted to throw out there that we haven't talked about before. We just started. Brand new, just started running those commercials this week. And so we want to make sure that everybody is aware and knows that those are there. So let's take a super quick break. When we get back, we're going to keep going VA. So far we've touched on 0 down for vets, their spouses, and let's get into more VA good stuff when we get right back. All right, so welcome back to Mortgage Mom Radio. I'm Debbie Marcoux, and today I've got Heather Barkley Kilpatrick. She is on talking with us today about VA home loans and all kinds of other fun stuff. So Heather, you did mention the 0 down, so everybody knows that there is a 0 down eligibility. If you are a veteran, you could be active or a vet, right? You could be retired. Correct. So here's the thing is what I do want to make sure you guys do know is that there are some rules around that. So if you are in the reserves, for example, there is a minimum requirement of time that you do have to serve before you actually become eligible for the 0 down. But a lot of times our reservists don't realize that they also have that benefit. So keep that in mind, guys. As long as you have served the time that is a requirement for the eligibility, then you can get in with your 0 down. And you could call us and we'll talk to you about that and roll through what the eligibility requirement is and how long that you needed, to be on for before you can use that. So what's number 2? What is your next favorite part about a VA loan?
There's really not a limit on the credit score. I love that. So a lot of programs that we have, whether they're conventional or an FHA, even USDA, and some of the first-time buyer programs that people think about, they have credit score limits. So VA doesn't really have one like specific lenders might, but VA doesn't. So if you have that 580 FICO score, maybe, you've got some collections or some late payments or whatever's affecting, maybe you don't have any credit at all and you need to build it. VA's really lenient with that. And I think that's amazing. So here you come in and you say, I'm going to buy this home. I'm going to put no money down and I don't have the best credit, but I'm a vet. Perfect. Love it. We can still do something for you. And I think a lot of people think, oh, I have no money down and my credit's not the best. what can I do? VA, if you are a veteran or you fit into one of those categories, is a perfect option for you. So I do love that. And then on top of that, if you don't have a great credit score, they're pretty lenient with, you know, your debt to income ratios as well. So here you come in and you say, I maybe have a little bit more debt. You know, I don't generally fall into the typical conventional limits or FHA limits. And, you know, VA, they're a little bit more lenient with that. So they're really trying to help you if you're a veteran buy a home. And I absolutely love that about the program.
Yeah, and they are definitely much more lenient, and there is no actual quote unquote guideline as far as the credit score goes. One thing to keep in mind is that we do still need to get the computer system to decision and approve the loan. And we have to make sure that there are interest rates based on your credit score. So I can tell you, if you're listening, if your credit score is in the 4s, we're most likely not going to be able to get a decision. But that's where George Hartman from last week comes in, as we get you guys moved over to George and make sure we get your, you know, credit under control and cleaned up a bit. But we have seen many loans get approved in the 550s, 560s, 570s. Now, mind you guys, that is available and you can get into a loan with that credit score, but still keep in mind that the lower that your credit score, the higher the risk. So we're not going to be able to maybe push you to as high of a debt to income ratio. The interest rate that you get on your loan is not going to necessarily be as high, as good. You know, you're going to get a higher interest rate when you do have a lower credit score. So keep in mind that there are going to be some things that are going to offset, but can we get you into a loan? Chances are very good that it's yes, even if you have a credit score in the 5s. Once you get into the 600 range, then you're really pretty much rocking. You're looking pretty good. We don't see a lot of those that are, you know, turned down or do not approve through the system. And a score in the low 600s makes it very easy for us to do a manual underwrite. So if we can't get that computer system to give us that automated approval on a VA loan, we still have the opportunity to do an actual manual underwrite. So we could still possibly approve that loan if your debt to income ratio is good, if you've got some reserves in the bank to fall back on should something come up or be a problem. So just so many good things about VA. And then you know, like you jumped into the higher debt ratios. So I would say that with the higher debt ratios, this is a huge deal, much different than a conventional loan or even an FHA. I have seen VA home loans approved at 65-70% debt ratio. Now, I don't necessarily feel real comfortable writing those, me personally, and I always make sure that I have the responsibility conversation with the client that says, hey, you know, are you sure that you can afford this? You're going to be able to make these payments. But many times it's something that the vet needs, right? So maybe they're not married. They need to get in with zero down. So you can't put a girlfriend on the loan with you, even if you guys live together and she's going to be helping you, or a fiance helping you make the payment. You can't put them on the loan with you and get in with zero down unless you're married. But if we have that conversation of, look, I know it's a 65 debt ratio, you know, don't worry, you know, my fiance, we're getting married. We've already got the date on the calendar. It's a year from now, you know, and, but we can afford this. Then obviously I don't feel, you know, as bad putting somebody into a program or a loan that I feel like they're going to default on, right? So we still need to have that conversation of how do you plan to do this? But the chances are very good that even at that high debt ratio that the VA is going to give you that loan. So just opens up so much more opportunity for people that they don't realize that they have.
Right. I absolutely agree. And I think there's a lot of veterans that come back and maybe when they are buying, they have something else going on where they are getting, you know, additional funds or something, or it's coming and they know it's coming. You know, that's something too. So I think it's perfect for them. So I absolutely love that. I just love VA all around. I mean, you pick one thing and you say, yeah, this is great, but really every aspect of the loan is just really benefits the veterans. And I love that. So to me, that's amazing. But
yeah, I absolutely agree. So when we get back, what I do want to touch on, another big key point, I think, for veterans, everybody out there listening, are their the VA refinances, the IRRRLs, the cash outs. I think that those are all super huge. I don't want to miss those today, but I also want to leave enough time for our USDA segment that's going to be on radio as well this weekend. So I want to be able to leave 30 and 30. So let's take a super quick break. When we get back, let's hit some of those really cool key features for the refinances. And then if anybody that's out there listening has more questions, wants to know more, wants to explore, wants to know if they can get qualified for a purchase or refinance VA and you're a vet, give us a call right now. Heather's going to give you the number.
844-935-3634. That's 844 We Lend for you, WELEND, and the number 4.
That's right. So give us a call Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You're going to get an immediate transfer over to one of the girls available to talk to you about your scenario and help you get started with your loan application. Whoa, stumbling. Yes. Sick mommy brain. I'm stumbling on that one, but they are going to help you. Call Saturday or Sunday. Make sure that you get yourself an appointment on the calendar. You'll get a call back same exact day. We just don't have anybody actually live in the office taking the transfer. So make yourself an appointment, schedule it. They will call you right on time at the hour that you book that appointment. So once again, give us the number, Heather, and then we'll go to a quick break and we're going to come back and talk about all the really cool refi stuff.
It's 844-935-3634. That's 844 We Lend for you, WELEND, and the number 4.
All right, we'll be right back. All right. So welcome back to Mortgage Mom Radio. I'm Debbie Marcoux, and this is Heather Barkley Kilpatrick from my team. Today, we're talking all about VA. And if you are listening by radio on Saturday or Sunday, don't go anywhere. Don't flip that switch, even if you're not a vet, because we have got an amazing, amazing show coming for you next for the last 30 minutes, all about USDA. And we've actually got a gentleman from USDA that's going to be on to be giving us all of those great details about how you buy a house with zero down, even if you're not a vet. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. But right now, we're going to actually be talking about the really cool opportunities available to you if you are a vet and you are looking to do a refinance. Maybe you need to debt consolidate. Maybe you need to do some home improvement. Maybe you just want to drop your interest rate. So let's talk some IRRRLs and let's talk some cash out. So give me some of your favorite details, Heather. IRRRL, I know. I love it too. Yeah. So, Mikey, Heidi said that Heather has no sound, so I don't know if you forgot to turn something on. There we go. And so nobody could hear what you said. They did. They missed the IRRRL. All right. So basically, why don't you give it to us one more time?
Okay, so what I was talking about is the VA has some amazing refinancing programs, and I think that that's wonderful. And again, the debt to income ratios are great, and all that's wonderful. But if you have that VA loan and you want to refinance, you want to pull some cash out, you want to lower your interest rate, whatever it may be, they do have a program that's called IRRRL, and we were laughing about that. It's IRRRL. I got to think about it. It's 3 R's, and it's their income. It's their interest rate reduction program. And what it does is it allows you to refinance your home based solely on your credit score, which I think is amazing.
Yeah. So interest rate reduction refinance loan is what the 3 R's are for, and the L. And you can, so the thing with the IRRRL is that you do have to have a current VA home loan right now. And then you do need to be reducing the amount of your interest rate by at least 0.5%. So for anybody that recently refinanced into a VA loan or did a purchase into a VA loan, chances are that rates today are probably higher than the interest rate that you have on your loan. So it would be difficult for you to get into or to do that, Earl. There'd be no reason to do it. It's all about reducing the monthly payment, reducing the interest rate for you without having to jump through a bunch of hoops. So the Earl is nice because we are just going to run credit, and that is it. We are going to verify where you work, but we are not going to get pay stubs. We're not going to get tax returns.
No W-2s.
It's no W-2s. It's a very, very simple program to basically drop the interest rate and get your payment in a good spot. Now, why do I talk about this right now if, interest rates are a little bit higher today? Well, they could be. They could be higher today than what you have on your loan, but there are many, many people out there and some of our listeners who didn't ever jump in and do a refinance when they should have, and their interest rates are still higher than where interest rates are at today. But here's an even better part that I learned last week. If you did any kind of forbearance or a deferment and you had a balance that was put at the end of your loan that you owe or might turn into be a balloon later down the road, or you need to get paid off, that is something that we can actually roll in and wrap into the Earl. So just keep in mind, it's what you owe on the loan today. Yes, it's awesome. And it's what you owe on your loan today. So no, we cannot get you cash out in hand to go do home improvements. But if your interest rate is higher than where rates are at today, we could not only drop the rate, but if you've got a balance due from a loan modification, forbearance, deferment, we can get that rolled all into one. So that is actually pretty cool. And we can do it with very minimal paperwork. So definitely give us a call about that. Now we talk about cash out, we talk about home improvement and debt consolidation. So this is also a big piece of the puzzle for you vets out there, whether you've got a VA loan or not right now, because let me tell you, we have a lot of people that don't have VA loans, but they've actually got VA eligibility. So the one thing I want to throw at y'all is, the VA loan has typically a bit better interest rate than what we're going to see on a conventional program. So keeping that in mind, if you're thinking about debt consolidating or home improvements and taking some cash out, even if you don't have a VA loan today, but you are eligible, you very well may want to look into that program as one of the opportunities to you. But on top of that, let's talk about the cool stuff about cashing out. So number one, Heather, we can cash out to a much higher loan to value than on any other loan program. Would that not be correct?
That is correct. You can do a lot of cash out. Yeah. So I know some of them can go to possibly 100%. So I think that's amazing. It really depends on, what you've got going on and what you're looking at. But yeah, you can do a cash out. I believe it's up to 100% on some of them.
You can up to 100% on some of them. It does get a little bit difficult to go to the 100%. If you have a funding fee, if you're not considered disabled, we cannot go above 100% with that funding fee. So we'd have to back down the loan balance based on how much that you have to finance in for the funding fee. If you have a lower credit score, or if you have a higher debt to income ratio, it's going to get limited down to 90% cash out. There are very few lenders, even though the VA, again, guideline says 100% cash out, there's very few lenders that actually want to do the 100%. So it can get much more expensive interest rate wise if we go all the way to 100. But I can tell you that there are no conventional options that I am aware of that are going to get you more than 80% cash out. So even to be able to go to 90 of the value of your home in a new loan amount, pulling out money, pulling out cash is pretty significant. That's going to give you a lot more money in hand than what you might be able to get otherwise or in any other kind of loan program.
And the thing is too, is if you're doing a cash out, you're doing it for a reason. Either you're paying off debt, you're doing improvements, maybe you got a child that you want to send to school, who knows, but it's still, even if that rate's a little bit higher, because you're cashing out at a higher rate, it's probably still going to be lower than if you were to put on credit cards or if you were to pull out a personal loan. So it's kind of something to think about there too, which I think is just amazing.
It really is. So the VA is going to give you a higher loan to value that you can go to get the cash out of your home for the home improvements and for the debt consolidation, whichever one it is that you're working with. They're going to give you higher debt ratios in approvable situations. They're going to give you a lower credit score. So truly, you could have a lower credit score, higher debt ratio, and get more money out of your house. There's nothing more to be said about how great that the VA home loan program is. So if you are a vet and you've been thinking about doing a purchase or refinance, now is the time. Give us a call. Interest rates are still very good. I do want to give one quick example really quick before we finish up the show so that we've got enough time on Wednesday for USDA. But just this week alone, I've got these commercials that are running right now, and they're all about the blended rate and pulling out cash. And I'm giving you guys $500 towards, your closing costs when you do a refinance with us. And the blended rate's talking all about, if you feel that your interest rate is so low that you don't want to refinance today, let's talk about that blended rate calculator. Let me just tell you that I have a loan application in process right now from a woman that I spoke with last week after she heard the commercial. She reached out, she talked to me, we went through her debts between the what she owes the IRS, between what she has on credit cards, and all of the minimum monthly payments that she's making, the additional $50,000 that she wants in cash out, where the equity line of credit interest rate will be come 9 more adjustments that we're going to see in the future. We are literally saving her in her cash flow monthly $4,000.
Whoa.
$4,000, and her interest rate is moving from 4% to 5%. So if even like I said in that commercial, even if you feel like my interest rate is just too low to want to upset the apple cart right now, you very, very well may be in a situation like her where you have debts, the interest rates on those debts, the interest rate on the money you want to pull out for the home improvements. By doing it as a separate personal loan or an equity line of credit, knowing where interest rates are going. Personal loans, guys, if you're trying to pull out money to do home improvement on a house, are somewhere between 9 and 12%. If you're looking at $100,000 and $150,000 in home improvements, there is just absolutely no reason why you would do it that way. So give us a call. We'll go through the math, and we're going to let the math make the decision. It very well might be the right time for you to do it, even if you don't think that it is. We can't lie to you. I can't convince you to do something that doesn't make any sense at all. Let us go through the numbers with you to make sure that this isn't something that you guys should be considering. So once again,
that's crazy saving that much money. And I mean, even just to save $500 a month, that's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
$1,000 a year. It's a lot of money.
It truly is. And when you get into some of those IRS payment plans for what you owe, and then you need to pull out some cash on top of that, and then you've got some credit card debt you'd also like to consolidate, and then you want, additional funds to, do some home improvement to the house. Before you know it, if we took out a line of credit for that, we're at a couple $100,000, and a couple $100,000 with 9 rate increases expected between now and 2023. And they're saying, guys, this last one was a quarter, but they're saying that they're planning to do about 0.5% each time. So just where that interest rate could end up from where it would be today, thinking that you're keeping your 2 3/4% rate or your 3% rate intact, and you're doing the right thing by not, disturbing it, guys, not necessarily the right move, the right decision. So get on the calendar, give us a call Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You'll talk to somebody immediately if you call the office. Saturday and Sunday, just book the appointment. You want to book an appointment now, you're, listening to the show and it's in the middle of the night, go to mortgagemomradio.com, click on that book appointment button and schedule a day and time that works best for you. Give us a call. Heather, what's our number?
It's 844-935-3634. That's 844. We lend for you, WELEND, and the number 4.
I couldn't have said that better myself. Again, I apologize for the way I look. If you guys are watching this,
beautiful. Come on now.
Streaming. This is the mom with a sick kid at home look. This is the 103 fever with, the snotties all night long. So, hopefully I'm not that Wednesday person with the fever and the snotties, but no matter what, don't go anywhere, especially if you're listening Saturday or Sunday, because this next piece is all about USDA. 0 down for you, not being a vet. It's going to be huge. I'm so excited. If you guys are watching,
it applies to a lot more people than they think. They think, oh, this doesn't apply to me. It actually does. Even in California, Washington, all over, Texas, Tennessee, doesn't matter. It's going to apply.
It will. There's so many areas that are USDA eligible that people are unaware of. Yes, you have to have a little bit lower income than most, but when you've got a family of 5, 6, 7 people, they're looking at the size of the family and increasing the income to match. So you very well may be in a situation where you do qualify income wise, and there is something that's not far outside of town that you could get yourself into and get in with 0 down. So don't go anywhere. Learn all about the program. And I've got one big spoiler. Next week, I'm going to be talking about our new EMD guarantee program. I am so excited. Real estate agents, you guys need to be learning all about this. It is going to be huge. We're going to be guaranteeing EMDs for the sellers, which is going to help the buyers compete with those all cash offers. So again, buyers out there, it's buying season. Get your pre-approval done with Mortgage Mom Radio so that you can take advantage of all the products and programs that we have coming out. So that is it for today, but we're coming back on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube, talking all about USDA. And again, if you're listening Saturday or Sunday, don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back, and you're going to be able to hear that program. So thank you so much, Heather. You did amazing. You're awesome.
Hey, no problem. Feel better over there. Just don't give it to me.
Like I said, I'm doing everything in my power to not get it, not come down with it, but come sick or high water.
Yeah.
We're doing that show Wednesday about USDA.
I'm tuning in Wednesday just to see what you look like.
Yes. I'm going to look good.
If I'm not there.
I'm going to look good, probably, hopefully. And if I'm sick, it'll just be good with some glassy eyes and a red nose, but I'm making it work. I'm going to make it happen. Anyway, you guys all have a lovely one. We'll see you in a couple days. Talk to y'all real soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Debbie Marcoux, licensed by the Department of Financial Institutions and MLS ID 237926. Also licensed in Arizona 0941504, Florida LO 76508, Georgia 69178, Idaho, Nevada 57237, Oregon, Tennessee 184373, Texas, Washington MLO 237926.
She's the mortgage mom. She can get things done when you're in need and don't know where to go. Pick up the phone and call mom.